to the House so that Ugandans get to know that whatever borrowing that this government undertakes is not for anything but for the benefit of Ugandans, and Ugandans are benefiting out of it. So we need accurate and well-documented information.
All right, the need of accurate and well-documented information is one of the reasons as to why they want to present a better report. Well, earlier on in the week, the ministry, the National Economic Committee had apparently set back the Civil Aviation Authority people. They had actually said no to their report. The report had not been deemed viable enough. So they were sent back to bring back a better report, of which they had to do so, and they returned with the report later on in the week, the following day after when they were set back. So there are some reports that were actually also denied. Inclusive of those is the Kampala City Council Authority report, because according to the committee, there are lots of loopholes within that report, and they needed answers. So one of the reasons is when they ask for a performance report, one of the key things they want in there is how the money was used, for example, the projects that were used. And according to reports coming in from the committees, that KCCA only gave reasons as to why they failed to meet the expectations. But however, they did not give out, they didn't actually provide any kind of situation that their report worked or their money worked. Any report which highlighted that at least amongst the key things they did, there are some achievements. So these are some of the things they want. Now, in here from the Ministry of Water, the minister needs to be part of the presentation according to what is coming in from the Kampala City coming in from the National Economic Committee. And so, well, I pretty much guess this is one of the reasons as to why some of these reports will not be considered unless everyone or every key member is part of that. Oh. You're watching Smart Mates Business. It's Monday, 20th of February, 2023, and I do hope you're doing fine, because I am so much fine, trust me. And as we're heading into a break, remember now that the Zabu markets are open. Why not try investing today? Star 292 hash is what you need to use as the USSD code to kickstart off your investment journey with Zabu. Zabu says, my money, my future. Altec East Africa does power the platform with that particular idea. The mindset is change to investment. The opportunities are wide, huge, and realistic. Star 292 hash, invest today in government bonds and other securities. The markets open at 8:15 a.m. Like I mentioned, they're already open, closing at 3:15 p.m. East African Standard Time. Fully closed during the weekends and on public holidays. But also do remember, please note, that these markets are fully closed on the weekends and on public holidays. All you need to do, if you do not have an account though, is register one with your national identification number, and in the next 24 hours, which will be tomorrow, you'll be able to invest in government bonds and other securities. You're watching Smart Mates Business. I'm Joran Paul Songo. After the break, I will be joined by Barija Andrew, who has the latest from the world of entertainment, but also I'll be giving you the latest coming in from sports business. More updates coming in from the Qatari bid of Manchester United. Jim Ratcliffe is also in the journey to getting more from that as well. But also remembering Christian Atsu coming up shortly after. Good morning.
Smart 24, driving business.
My name is Kaheru Bright Bernard, a sales and marketing consultant with Bukona Agro Processors. Bukona Agro Processors is a local manufacturer of green energy specifically ethanol for clean cooking. The factory was established in 2013. Factory work started by 2019, and by 2020 we got support from government through Uganda Development Corporation to further improve our production, manufacture stoves that would be used, that would use ethanol for clean cooking. So with that fuel, we're producing fuel, green fuel, with the bio stoves for clean cooking. And we are in a partnership with Gulu Diocese that has about 9,000 local farmers producing cassava, which is a which is a raw material for production of ethanol. And we also use maize and grain, specifically sorghum, for production of the fuel. And currently we are exporting to Kenya. We have a partnership with Vivo Energy that supplies Cocoa Networks, a distributor of clean cooking solutions within Nairobi, Kisumu, Nakuru, and other parts of Kenya. We're also distributing within the local market in Uganda, but with, of course, the production of biostoves, we hope we shall also improve our distribution network within Uganda to develop the culture of clean cooking using ethanol made from cassava that is locally produced here. And we hope that is going to support sustainable development goals, specifically SDG 13, 7, and 3, since our effort is to reduce the use of charcoal that has seen a lot of forests cut down, that has seen a lot of Mother Nature being lost, and most importantly, carbon emissions that are being emitted into the sky, causing a lot of green energy issues here and there. So we hope with as we scale up further with support from government, specifically Uganda Development Corporation, we shall be in position to achieve these objectives, develop that culture of clean cooking, and have people consume more of that food. And within our community, we have really had a lot of impact, created a lot of jobs for the local farmers, about 9,000 farmers under the Archdiocese of Gulu Catholic Church. And of course, the local people within Nyoya, within Gulu, and the surrounding areas have gotten employment. We're employing close to 200 people on a daily basis as temporary and permanent staff. And that has really had a lot of impact. And we are hopeful that as we scale up this production process within the local industry, energy, specifically the energy sector, we shall change lives and we shall improve how we consume, how we cook, how we ensure we are consuming our environment through effective, clean, and healthy cooking solutions.
Sent to transport to the wrong person. Here's how to reverse it with MTN Mobile Money. Dial *165#. Select My Account. Select Initiate Reversal. You will see your last 3 transactions. Select the transaction you want to reverse. Enter your mobile money PIN and you'll get an SMS confirmation that the transaction has been blocked from being withdrawn. And that's it. Please note, only transactions that haven't been withdrawn can be reversed.
Smart 24, driving business.
We'll be back from the break. You are still watching Smart Mates Business. It's Monday, the 20th of February 2023, and obviously moving in now to giving you more updates coming in from the world of sports business. All right, now sports business. We start off from sad news. Over the weekend, this was information that was raving over the different mainstream media and, of course, in the entire African continent, where the former Ghanaian international Christian Atsu was announced dead. That is after his body was found in ruins of the devastating earthquake in Turkey. Now, the search teams uncovered the body of the Ghanaian football player, Christian Atsu. This is what his agent revealed on Saturday. Atsu had been missing following the devastating earthquake that struck Turkey and Syria. The remains of the football star, who had been playing for Turkish Super League club Hatayspor, were found amid the ruins of a luxury 12-story building where he had been living in the Han city of Antakya, Hatay province. His relatives had gathered at the site waiting by wreckage, but all took dashed hopes when his remains were found. Now, Atsu's lifeless body was found under the rubble, and at the moment, his belongings are still being removed. That is what his agent had revealed during that particular private news, after he was addressing a private news agency, DHA, on Saturday. Now, the death toll from the 7.8 magnitude quake on 6th February in southeastern Turkey and northern Syria passed 43,000 on Friday and was starting to increase as search teams found more bodies. Now, Atsu, who's 31 years old, who previously played for English Premier League clubs Chelsea, Newcastle United, Everton and Bournemouth, he did play for those particular one, did sign for Hatayspor from Saudi Arabian side Al Raid FC last year. Now, reports a day after the quake struck had said that Atsu was pulled up alive from the rubble of a collapsed building and taken to a hospital for treatment. However, Hatayspor announced days later that Atsu and the club's sporting director Tana Sabat was still missing. So Atsu joined Hatayspor in September 2022 after a season with Saudi Arabian team Al Raid and scored the winning goal in a Super League match on February 5th. That is 2 weeks before he passed on. Now, he won 65 caps for Ghana and helped his country reach the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations final, where they lost to Ivory Coast on penalties. So Atsu dying at the age of 31. Well, of course, there are very many who have actually come out to celebrate Christian Atsu for being a very caring person, a man with a wide heart and a giving heart. This is also including Dr. Crazy Clown, who is a Nigerian comedian and content creator, saying that Christian Atsu paid for his tuition during his stay at the university from 2016 until he completed. So that clearly shows you how good of a heart he has been. And of course, on Twitter, among the key trends of Christian Atsu as well, that one of the key things that have been revealed is that Christian Atsu was able to at least pay for bailouts for a number of underprivileged children in Ghana. So you can definitely see that he was not only a footballer, but he was more of a man who was graceful and a man with a huge kind heart, giving back to the community and to the people in Ghana. So that is Christian Atsu, and may he so rest in eternal peace. Well, of course, over the weekend, most of the Premier League clubs, all the Premier League clubs rather, made sure that they remembered the death of Christian Atsu by paying tribute, wearing the black armbands on their right hand side. And of course, there was a minute of silence before every game that was played across Europe, remembering the death of Christian Atsu. And now, lastly, from sports business, let's talk Manchester United. The Red Devils quite seemingly look like they are back in red-hot form. But however, there is a detail regarding the sale of the club. The Glazers family does look like they are willing to sell the club, and apparently now Sir Jim Ratcliffe has bid for a 69% of the club as Sheikh Mohammed bin Jassim bin Jabal Al Thani continues to attend the Old Trafford games. Remember, this particular comes in from the 69% is exactly how much is currently owned by the Glazers. The family would not be involved if Sir Jim Ratcliffe was to buy the club. Ratcliffe may also seek to buy the rest of the shares which are traded on the New York Stock Exchange in the future. Although there is no mention on infrastructure in his statement, according to what Sky Sports has reported, Ratcliffe is committed to redeveloping Old Trafford. As previously reported, he is believed to have been working with Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, but any debts from the takeover would not be loaded onto the club, as the case with the Glazers. Ratcliffe is a Manchester United fan, but also tried to buy Chelsea last summer before Todd Bowley bought it over. Now, his company, the petrochemicals multinational Ineos, have also been accused of greenwashing using sport to improve their corporate image and reputation. Now, Ratcliffe also owns cycling team Ineos Grenadiers, League One side Nice, FC Lausanne Sport, a Swiss Super League club, and owns a third of the Mercedes Formula One team. Meanwhile, the Qatari Sheikh Ahmed bin Jassim bin Jabbar Al Thani has been to Old Trafford and other United games, and he is also having very huge interest in buying the club. And for him, he's offering $5 billion to buy that same club. Now, you can imagine how much money the Qatarians have, and he's very confident that he has made a compelling bid, that it's not linked to Qatar Sports Investments nor the Qatar Investment Authority. And the Qatari bid for United would wipe out all the club's debts, which stand at 515 million euros net, following the Glazers family leverage buyout in 2005 of 790 million pounds funded with borrowed money. Now, also Sky Sports does understand that Qatari bid believes it's the best offer on the table for now, not just in terms of price, but also regarding the commitment in investing in the men's and women's teams, the stadium and training ground, and the redevelopment of the area around Old Trafford. It was revealed on Saturday night that the US hedge fund Elliott Management also launched a proposal regarding Manchester United with the Rain Group before Friday's 10 p.m. soft deadline. The proposal is not a bid for Manchester United, but it's a proposal for possible financing. The proposal could also involve Elliott taking a stake in United or providing debt financing, or a mix of both. The Glazer family is seeking a full of partial sale of a partnership with third parties. Elliott managed 46 billion of assets and owned AC Milan from 2018 until August last year. So there's quite a lot of what is in there. The Manchester United Supporters Trust have released a statement as bids for the club are being considered, reiterating the demands they had previously set out for any new owners. Alright, will it be Jim Ratcliffe, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, or will it be the Qatarian investment coming in Manchester United? Big one in there. Their counterparts and old rivals in Manchester City are owned by Arabs as well. And so shall we be seeing another Arab money being splashed in the Premier League? Remember also Newcastle United having owners from Saudi Arabia. It does look like football is becoming a game of money lately. But Manchester United still on form for the season as things do stand so far. As you can definitely see this, they're seated third spot in the English Premier League, 5 points behind leaders Arsenal, with 49 points with 24 games played so far. Manchester United will be playing on Sunday in the final of the Carabao Cup against Newcastle, and Thursday they have a return leg against Barcelona in the UEFA Europa League knockout stages. There's a lot all coming in for Manchester United, isn't it? 4 competitions, and they're still alive in all of them. And that's it for Sports Business this morning. Good morning. Right now, besides Sports Business, we're joined by Barija Andrew this morning to give us the latest from the world of entertainment business as well. It's Monday. Let's cross to Andrew Barija. Good morning, Andrew.
A very good morning, Joram. How are you doing today?
I'm alright. How are you?
Alright. I'm also just not so good. Just a little okay, but I'll be fine.
Okay.
Well, now heading straight to the business entertainment this morning. As always on Monday, we take another direction as we get to take a look at what movies have been making money throughout the entire weekend, and of course getting to understand what strategies are being laid down to ensure that they maintain their status. But of course, we're going to realize that as we see